Click the bell, turn on all notifications, and subscribe for around-the-clock WWE news in real time. The home of the most consistent and dedicated breaking news in WWE, Seanzviewent, is here for you. Like, comment, and share today.
Well, Seanzviewent was here for breakfast time. I was here for you for lunchtime, and now I am here for you for supper time, dinner time, and dessert. We're going to flavor it up. We're going to sizzle it up. The hottest, the latest, the greatest, the newest, the most definitive, the most defiant, the most descriptive. Remember, it is so crucial and important to become a channel member today. Becoming a channel member helps secure and save my future right here on this very website, because if it weren't for you, there would be no Sean's View. Remember to check my channel hourly. Yes, it is so crucial and so important to set a reminder on your watch, your TV, your cell phone, your iPhone, your iPad, whatever it may be. Sinbad, Seanzviewent Entertainment is the premium place. The face of WWE News is coming right at you. Why? Because I wouldn't present it any other way. Guys, we got a lot of news and rumors to get to. MJF, huge news on him. We all know about MJF in the AEW, the annals of time. The man has mixed it up. The man has made a lot of noise. But here's some noise that you may not have expected. We know about the WWE MJF talk. It would have been one of the biggest signings in WWE history because of the prominence, because of his talking, because of his privileges, because of MJF's character. We would all like to see MJF in the WWE. And according to those in the know, with MJF's age, him not being injury prone, nobody thought that a Ricky Saints or a Ricky Starks, whichever you want to go by, would have ever come to the WWE, but that is exactly what went down. Multiple AEW stars have ended up in WWE, like Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. Now, again, we can talk about contracts, signings, all this, that, and the other, but the bottom line is that MJF and WWE, according to those in the know, is bound to happen. It is bound to take shape. And would you want to see MJF in the WWE? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. It just doesn't seem like it would be a WrestleMania, a future WrestleMania without MJF himself. Ladies and gentlemen, sound off in the comment section about that. But as it concerns MJF and AEW, MJF's former faction won't reunite in AEW at this stage of the game. So I am sorry to report on that, but that is exactly what is going on. Paige, the former Saraya, says AEW doesn't have a spot for her right now. Now, that's what I'm talking about right there. You have Paige. She is so fire. She is hot. She is scolding. She's got such prominence, such history. She's a very important figure, not only in WWE, but you bring her, you position her in AEW, and you don't have a spot for Paige in that company. You got to be kidding me. You absolutely have to be kidding me with that statement. I mean, there was many times that WWE also didn't have creative, or they didn't have booking, or people were backstage, just fondling their hands, their thumbs, just swapping back and forth, walking on eggshells, waiting to be called up, waiting to be in the ring, waiting for creative to have something for them. So this isn't just something that plagues AEW. It also plagues the WWE, where certain superstars get lost in the mix, and that is a very unfortunate circumstance. It's a hell of a twist of fate. I'll tell you that right now. It is a hell of a twist of fate. Speaking about a twist of fate, there is heavy rumors and speculation that Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys, will compete at WrestleMania 41. Now, it may not be on the actual WrestleMania 41. It may be on the pre-WrestleMania 41, but the Hardy Boys could very well be involved in WrestleMania in one way, shape, or another. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, we are also receiving word that Drew McIntyre, backstage updates, developments on John Cena and Drew McIntyre. Remember to like, comment, become a channel member today. Drew McIntyre says that John Cena is taking credit for his major WrestleMania prediction. Now you want to talk about, well, now that AEW doesn't have anything creative, doesn't have anything for Saraya, Paige, whatever you want to call it, whatever name you want to go by, it will satisfy, it will suffice. Paige is open to returning to the WWE. Yes, you heard that right. Paige is open to returning to the company. What would you think about that. That would be spectacular. That would be special. And I'll tell you what, I don't think we want to see her return as an authority figure. We don't want to see return as an action figure. We want to see Paige return as an in-ring wrestler in the WWE once again, as that would be absolutely significant. Now, Paige would obviously come back to a whole different roster of names and personas and characters. And what brand should Paige end up on? Raw, SmackDown, or perhaps NXT? As that is the home of homes of WWE. She said the following: I love WWE and I don't have any negative feelings towards them, Paige Saraya stated. I mean, they raised me. They have saved me a lot. I appreciate them so much. She explained that her move to AEW was primarily driven by the prospect of working alongside her brother, emphasizing her desire to support his wrestling career. However, Paige Saraya made it clear that she would be receptive to a WWE return. I would absolutely, if there was something they needed from me, which was exciting, I would definitely go there. That would be silly not to, I feel, she says. So yeah, if there's an opportunity to do something fun, hell yeah, I'll jump on board. And again, guys, we saw Edge return from neck injury, permanent paralysis. We saw Daniel Bryan return to a WWE ring. I don't see why Paige cannot return to a WWE ring, even if it was on a part-time basis, guys. Yes, even if it was on a part-time basis. I mean, hell, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, the Bella Twins reportedly are returning to the WWE as well. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Also, we are receiving word right now, according to those in the know, Penta, who has been on a hot rise on Monday Night Raw, has been building up a lot of momentum, rejects the Judgment Day after a brutal main event on Monday Night Raw. Yes, Penta, ladies and gentlemen, is definitely coming to his own, and he is looking towards WrestleMania 41, and what a night that is going to be, the two-night extravaganza. Now, I want to ask my viewers and fans and subscribers this one. Were you for a one-night WrestleMania, or are you for the two-night WrestleMania? Now, Seanzviewent, went to the final ever one-night WrestleMania, which was WrestleMania 35 in 2019. I was there in NJ. I was there in New Jersey. The Brash and Brazen was there upon the thousands and thousands and thousands of fans in that stadium on that night. And on that night, we saw Roman Reigns battle and come back from cancer, from leukemia. On that night, we saw Becky Lynch revolutionize WrestleMania's woman division by winning the triple threat match against Rowdy Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair in what was one of the most unpredictable, chaotic triple threat women's matches in WrestleMania history. Some would say it was very chaotic in that triple threat match. However, that certainly is not all. Because again, guys, the rumors and the speculation is going to keep going on as concerns the red brand, as concerns Raw. The future of Raw hangs in the balance, as many people want to see Raw return to where it was grandfathered in, the USA Network. And boy, would that be a feather in the cap for USA if they could regain control. Now, what happens if in one end, if I'm booking this, if I'm in charge of this thing, you have one end, somebody representing the USA Network, and then you have somebody representing Netflix. And it would be a wrestler from Raw versus a wrestler from SmackDown. The SmackDown wrestler wins, they remain on Netflix. If the Raw wrestler wins, they go to the USA Network. Is a storyline, is an angle between USA versus Netflix about to happen in storyline, in angle. Now listen, we all know the Netflix deal. We know what's going on. All right, we're not blind, not by a long shot, okay? We got USA and we got Netflix. But is the fix-in for a major monumental storyline, because so many fans, and as much as people want it to stay on Netflix, that much more wants Raw to return to the USA Network. Now, what happens if the WWE made an angle, made a storyline out of this predicament? Could you imagine what that would be like? Now, Monday Night Raw coming back to USA Network, never say never. But if they turn this thing into a storyline or an angle where a representative from Raw and SmackDown, Netflix, and USA put it all on the line with stakes. You see, that's what's missing in matches nowadays, is what's on the line. What are we wrestling for? What are we fighting for? What is the end game? What is the end goal at the end of the day? You want to switch it up? You want to make things interesting? That's probably something you would want to do. That's something that you would want to capitalize on. Is this all this talk and innuendo and rumor and hearsay about Raw and the USA Network? Also, John Cena vows to ruin wrestling. John Cena says, I will be the one that destroys wrestling. What does he mean? What is he alluding to? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. It's all about you guys. We serve it up to you as only we can, the brash and the brazen. We make sure to climb the ladder of success each and every day and in every way. Remember, guys, if it's not brash, it's trash. Stay locked on to your one home, your one-stop place for WWE. Later.